Update to nightmare situation. B35. With partner 14. My son and his nephew 15s. Original post //reddit.com/relationships/comments/no-nick/nightmare situation with 35 with partner 40 and //woo.reddit.com/relationships/comments/no-nick/nightmare situation with 35 with partner 40 and Hi again everyone. I posted about my family problem about a month ago and was bowled over by the amount of kind and extremely helpful comments I got. Someone requested an update. So I'm posting now to tell you what has happened since. To be honest, it's also to unburden myself. The boys are really sweet, but I obviously can't talk to them about these things, and there aren't a lot of people in my life I feel comfortable sharing all the details with. I suppose I'm embarrassed. The week after my original post, I met with a family lawyer I know to go over options. I actually wrote down the legal suggestions posted here to discuss with her, but unfortunately, after going over each and several others in detail, we had to conclude that for each one, while it might technically be feasible, it would either take too long to be practical, or require things from Bob or from Ben which for various reasons were not ideal. Following the meeting, I was mulling things over and decided to take a long hard look at our finances to see what might be affordable as a compromise, such as perhaps sending Ben to a good boarding school and pay tuition up front, so that if I left Bob it would be easier and cheaper for him to leave Ben there rather than move him to a different school. Anyway, I went over our financial records with a fine-tooth comb, and that's when I discovered Bob was cheating on me, and had been for the entirety of our relationship. It turns out that prior to Ben's parents' death, Bob had been about to move in with another woman. This woman didn't want kids, so when Bob was suddenly faced with taking custody of Ben or seeing him placed in foster care, she made it clear she would not be involved. For the record, I can't say I blame her. I love my boys with all my heart. But asking someone who never wanted kids to parent a bereaved 11-year-old she's never met is not in anyone's best interest, in my opinion. When I confronted him about the affair, he didn't even attempt to deny. He seemed ashamed good, and just asked what happened next. So I told him that next he was going to get his stuff and get out of my house. But first asked Ben if he wants to go or stay, because it wouldn't be fair to disrupt the poor kid's life any further. Ben quickly said he preferred to stay, and Bob seemed frankly relieved. He moved out that weekend, and I haven't seen him since. We've been in touch by text to discuss financial arrangements, though, and last week he sent me money to cover Ben's basic expenses, nothing like as much as child support. But under the circumstances I'll take it and be glad. From his attitude I take it that he's seeing this as a long-term thing. But even he doesn't, according to the family lawyer, he's leaving Ben with me even for a while, along with Ben's age and the fact that Bob is his guardian rather than his father, would make it easier to build a case for Ben to stay even if Bob does try to fight. The lawyer is confident that such a battle could be won, or at least dragged out till Ben is 18, and it doesn't matter anymore. So that, as you can imagine, has been an enormous relief that makes it that much harder to admit that finding out about Bob has still hit me hard. The fact is that, even though I was absolutely done with him and wanted him out, there was a time I truly believed he wanted to be with me in, and that we could build a life together. I knew our relationship wasn't a romance for the ages or anything like that, but it was by far the best I'd had since before my son was born, and I really thought we cared for and valued one another. Now I realize that all he ever wanted from me was a mother for Ben. He as good as admitted it, and in retrospect it makes complete sense. That is why he never wanted to get married or boy into my house, even though I offered, though now of course I am grateful. Because he wanted to make it as easy as possible to split from me once Ben was old enough to no longer require my services. I think it might even explain why he was so hard on Ben and grasping at straws for a reason to send him away. I never expected it of him based on what else I knew, or I never would have been with him. But if he was blaming Ben for getting in the way of his life and simultaneously feeling guilty for, that could turn a mild-mannered person mean, I think. Maybe he even thought if Ben was away most of the time, the other woman would be willing to compromise for a few years. I don't know. I've even been wondering whether he decided to pursue me before we'd even met. The boys met first through an extracurricular where they became friends. It's possible that Jason mentioned my being single in passing, allowing Bob to identify me as potentially suitable before we ever met. I'm sorry this is such a mopey post. I truly am grateful for the way things worked out. I think it's the best possible solution for everyone under the circumstances, and not one I could have achieved without Bob's help. And the boys have been wonderful. They didn't know I was trying to get Bob out anyway, so they've been treating me very gently, or as gently as you can expect teenage boys to be. Anyway, and trying to pretend they aren't till Bob is gone when I'm in the room. I'm glad of that. To be honest, I'm so grateful he's gone, and Ben is still safe here with us. I just need a bit of time to really remember it. I think. Too long, don't read. It turns out Bob has been cheating on me most likely for the entire duration of our relationship. He's moved out and left Ben with me. You're all one heck of a mum and an even better person. Ben and Jason are lucky to have you. Bob not have chosen you to be his partner, but Ben chose you to be his mom. That's a testament not only to what a shitty human your ex is, but what a wonderful person you must be for that child who's lost everyone to have chosen you. I hope things get better soon for you and your boys. A mopey post. This is a beautiful post. You are an amazing woman, and those boys are lucky to have you, and so will your true love when you meet him.